Welcome to the PHUL training program. The PHUL program is based off of four main principles, the first of which being frequency. Studies have shown that muscle protein synthesis is elevated for up to 48 hours after training. This would make it ideal to train each muscle group more frequently. In the PHUL program, we'll be hitting everything twice per week. The second principle is based off of big compound movements for optimal progression. While isolation movements are included in this program, the main goal is to increase performance on the main lifts as well as pack on pounds of muscle. As part of this increased frequency, we'll have 2 of its 4 working days focused on pure strength training. The key to getting stronger and bigger is to utilize progressively heavier weights and time under tension. These 2 days will see that you're able to use more weight on your hypertrophy days as well. The last principle is to maximize hypertrophy or bodybuilding type training. This way, half of the program will be dedicated towards power, while the other half will have you adding pounds of muscle. The following are some considerations an individual should take while on the PHUL program. The first of which is dealing with sets and reps. So when first beginning this program, it is advised to start with the lower amount of total volume until you become accustomed to the workout, at which point you can then increase. Failure should be looked at as a tool that should not be abused. All sets should be completed with at least 1 rep left in the tank, meaning you should struggle to complete your heavier sets, but not to the point where you're unable to get your goal reps. Since one of the main principles on this program is compound lifts, it is advised that you do not alter some of these main exercises, such as the bench, the squat, the deadlift, and overhead press. However, as far as other exercises are concerned, one may substitute in for like movements. Ab work can be done either following training or on off days. It's up to the individual's preference. The PHUL program has been designed to be a 4-day program, where one is advised not to train for more than 2 days consecutively. I suggest a 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off schedule for optimal results. The first day of the PHUL program is designed to be an upper power day, where you will have 2 exercises each for chest and back, followed by 1 exercise for shoulders, triceps, and biceps. The second day is designed to be your lower power day, where you have some big key movements in the front, including back squat and deadlift. It is advised that you keep the volume on this day somewhat towards the lighter side, as you will be heavily taxed from these big movements up front. After your 2 power days, it's advised to take a rest day, which then would be followed by your first upper hypertrophy or bodybuilding day, where the setup is still similar to our power day in the aspect that we're doing 2 movements for chest, 2 movements for back, and a singular movement for both shoulders, biceps, and triceps. However, in this instance, you can see that the reps are much higher than on our other days. That brings us to the last workout of the PHUL program, which is our lower hypertrophy or bodybuilding day. In this instance, the volume is much higher than our power day, as we're not doing as taxing of exercises up front. You'll also notice that the rep scheme has increased again towards a more traditional bodybuilding style. That concludes the PHUL training program. As previously mentioned, it is still advised to keep the main compound movements in place for optimal growth and progression. However, based off a few factors such as the gym you train at, the equipment you have available to you, as well as personal preference and previous injury history, it is okay and permitted to change some of these exercises as need be. To find a written version of this program in more detailed text, please visit muscleandstrength.com.